Coucou les puces, hello my loves, marha habibati. So we are back for Foundation Review Monday. We are talking about the Tarte Amazoning Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation. This is the powder foundation from Tarte. So I picked this guy up when we were in Vegas. I will link the Sephora haul down below where I hauled this guy. It was very, very warm, and so my justification was that it's warm, I can't really put liquid foundation on, I'm going to buy a powder foundation. So the shade that I got is light beige. Which says it's for light skin with pink undertones, which I like pink undertones. I will say that this pulled a little bit more yellow than I thought it would when I have it on, and so it's made for people with pink undertones, but it pulls a little yellow. It was a little bit tricky to find a color match. We spent a decent amount of time, and I usually eyeball it. I couldn't with these guys, so I would say that if you are looking at this guy, try to go in and get color matched, or if you know your color IQ, so Sephora's now great. If you go one time and get color matched with that little futuristic machine, it'll generate a number for you, and then you can find foundations online yourself based on that number. So if you didn't want to go in store, but you had your number, you could do it that way. But this is one of those that I feel like being color matched would help, be useful. So let's talk about this guy. $43 at Sephora. There is a decent color range, and so there should be something for most skin tones. I feel like this is one of those ones though that if you're very, very pale or very, very dark, it might be hard to get color matched. The variety, the range is not that big, but definitely give it a shot and see if you can find a color if it's something you've been interested in. I will show you a little demo of me applying it this morning. I used my F82. It's just a super, super dense brush, and I felt that that was the kind of brush, that I would need with it. It does, the one that they sell is that little like tiny little kabuki one that's super, super dense. I have bought that one in the past and ended up regifting it to someone, and so I didn't buy it again. The only reason being that it is a pain to wash because those hairs are so close to the ferrule. It's a pain to wash, and I could never get it quite as clean as I wanted, which drove me a little bit crazy. So I gave it to my cousin and she loves it. But I didn't end up buying this guy a little while ago, so I used it with it. Let's cut to the demo, shall we? So I used it on one side of my face to show you the difference. And what I will say is that I thought it would give a full coverage, and I found that when I was applying it, it gave like almost a sheer to medium coverage once I really built it up. And the problem with building it up was that the more I built it up, like by the time I had finished building it up the amount I wanted, I still needed to go in with concealer. But my face looked so powdery and cakey because there was so much powder on it. And so I know it claims to be a full coverage foundation, but at least when I was applying it in the morning, I'd say don't try to do the full coverage. Like, don't keep at it because your face is just going to look really chalky and cakey. And then the other thing that I sort of spaced out on when I was putting it out this morning was, I've done it differently in the past, but this morning when I was putting it on for the demo and what's on my face today, I forgot to take that into consideration, which is that you can't really apply creams on top of powders. Just like if you were to powder your face and then put on a cream blush, it's gonna sort of not sit very well. And so I should have applied my concealer both under my eyes and on my blemishes first and then put the foundation on, because when I did this morning, I put it the other way, and I'll pull you in and show you, but it's sort of bunched up in not very attractive ways, and yeah, that wasn't the best idea I had. It did oxidize throughout the day a little bit, probably not a whole shade, maybe a half a shade of oxidization, I will say, probably happened. But while I will say this is 14 hours wear, and honestly, I like the way it looks at the end of the day more than I did at the beginning of the day. At the beginning of the day, I felt really cakey, and I don't know, just like there was too much makeup and it wasn't really doing anything for me. Whereas by the time now it's had time to settle and some of it is worn off a little bit, this is probably the right amount that I should have put on my face to begin with. And I'm liking this look really well. I will say that, like, you can see how much blush I still have left. It does stay on for it. It is a long wear foundation. And if you don't go crazy overboard with it, it will give a really nice airbrushed finish. Let me bring you in and show you the details up for close. So I hope you can see that. My lights are always so bright that I'm not sure that the camera's picking up the detailing. But like underneath my eyes where I have some concealer, it's sort of starting to gunk up a little bit. Where I have some blemishes and I've tried to conceal them, that concealer is just, it's not sitting right with the foundation, if that makes any sense. And so, yeah, but up close, like in terms of coverage and what's left and the effect that it's giving, it is a really nice soft coverage. It's just, I think the 2 words of caution, which I should have taken in note when I filmed it this morning, was that if you're going to apply cream concealer before, that's definitely going to help. And then also, don't go overboard. Don't try to get a full coverage right away with it. Apply sort of less is more, I feel like, with this guy, because too much is just going to end up being cake. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on this guy. In terms of powder foundation, so I've tried this one now, the MAC one, and the Laura Geller one. This one is still my favorite, because I find that when applied in the ways that I talked about, it does give the most lovely long wear finish. And so of the 3 I've tried, this is my favorite. I still think though that I'm much more of a liquid foundation type of girl. I just like that more solid opacity and not looking super chalky. So I will keep this especially for days when it's really hot out and I don't want to put a whole liquid on my face. But if I had to choose between liquid and powder, I would do liquid. I haven't shown you the packaging. I should do that, shouldn't I? So it comes in this sort of container right here with the wooden lid that's a little bit rubberized actually, and then when you open it up, it's actually pretty neat. So I've left it, comes with a little sticker, and I've left it just leaves it, I don't know, I feel like nice and sealed. I'll eventually have to take the sticker off, but I just like that it's nice and sealed. And then when you open it up, it reveals, let's try to do a close-up of this guy. So I hope you can see that, but it's like a little mesh compartment in there, and then when you press on it, the product comes out. If you can see on my finger. And so you just, instead of dipping your brush into the whole pot, you can do it this way, and then you can get your product, which is nice and hygienic, I find. So that's the packaging on this guy. Let us know if this is your holy grail and how you like to use it, or if you have any other holy grails that you love, things you've been interested in, you've been playing with, all that kind of good stuff. Let's chat down below in that description box. Let's do 3 points of positivity and I will be done. The first, as you will have noticed, is I have no lipstick on, and that is because I've been almost intentionally dehydrating my lips today. I have a new lip moisturization product that I'm testing out, and so I went all out with a matte lipstick, no lip balm, so my lips could be nice and chapped to test that guy out tonight. That being said, it was getting uncomfortable to put more matte lipstick on, so I just threw on a gloss. Not as, you know, as crazy of a color as I usually like, but my lips need a little bit of a rest. It is a point of positivity because I am excited to test out the new product for you guys. So, yeah, that's my first point of positivity. My second point of positivity is a really lovely, yummy dinner. I just feel very full and happy and content. And then my third point of positivity is a good night's sleep last night. I got like a really good, solid 9 hours, and today has been a good day. I'm a little bit tired now. It's late at night, but it was a good day because of all that sleep. Let me know what has been making you guys smile down in that comment section. I want to really wish you guys tons of love. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, I can never leave you without reminding you that life is just too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye guys!